mind-bending, time-collapsing historical facts. The last person born in the 1800s died in 2017. Emma Marrano, born in 1899, died at age 117. She lived through 3 centuries, 2 world wars, the invention of the internet, and could have had a Facebook account. Her birth predated radio, and she died when people were using iPhones. The Ottoman Empire was still around when the Titanic sank. In 1912, when the Titanic went down, sultans still ruled the Middle East. People used horses more than cars, and no one had heard of World War I, because it hadn't happened yet. The modern world hadn't even begun. President John Tyler, born in 1790, has living grandchildren. That's not a typo, grandchildren, not great-grandchildren. He had children late in life, and so did his son. As of the 2020s, 2 of his grandsons were still alive, connecting George Washington's generation directly to ours. You could take a plane to see a man who fought in the Napoleonic Wars. The last verified veteran of the Napoleonic Wars died in 1898, and people were flying planes just 5 years later. If he lived a bit longer, someone could have flown to interview him. Anne Frank and Martin Luther King Jr. were born the same year. Both were born in 1929. One was killed in the Holocaust. The other led the U.S. Civil Rights Movement. History can feel centuries apart when it's only a few years wide. Harriet Tubman was alive when Edison invented the light bulb. Born around 1822, she lived until 1913, just after electric light, airplanes, and the early motion picture camera were invented. Queen Elizabeth II and Marilyn Monroe met in the same year. In 1956, Queen Elizabeth was meeting world leaders, and so was Marilyn Monroe. They were born just weeks apart in 1926, yet are remembered in such different historical lanes. The Wright brothers were alive to see the atomic bomb drop. In 1903, they invented the airplane. By 1945, humans were flying planes that dropped nuclear weapons. 42 years from invention to destruction. Oxford University is older than the Aztec Empire. Oxford began teaching in 1096. The Aztec Empire wasn't founded until 1325, over 200 years later. This flips the usual narrative of who was ancient and who wasn't.